You're about to listen to a Metal Express Radio exclusive interview. Head on over to metalexpressradio.com for our latest rock and metal interviews. And while you're there, check out our web radio, read our reviews, and rock and metal news. Enjoy the interview.
Hey, this is Mick Burgess, and I'm backstage at the Think Tank in Sunderland, joined today by none other than Ross the Boss. Ross, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Glad to be here.
It's good to see you again. Back in 2014, I was just saying before, it was your first shows in 37 years in the UK. You've been back. This is your third tour now. So are you making up for lost time?
I guess so. I mean, we just found a new audience for the band. Everything's been we work really hard, and we're enjoying ourselves immensely. Mm-hmm. We're playing to nice crowds.
Yeah. I mean, what do you enjoy most about the UK? And it can't be the lovely warm weather we get over here.
Well, I actually love your weather.
Yeah.
I like dark and rainy and cold. You know,
we've got plenty of that.
Yeah, I know. And occasionally the sun peeps out. I like it.
Yeah. So your tour kicked off a few nights ago in London. How have the shows been since then?
The shows are fine. Mm-hmm. Well, musically they're great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're playing great.
And you finish off in Berlin in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, we'll go to Dublin tomorrow. Yeah. Fly to Dublin tomorrow, and then Europe. 17 shows.
It's virtually a show a night with the odd
pretty
night
much,
off.
We have like 2 nights off for the tour.
Yeah, so your management are getting the money's worth out of you this time, aren't they?
I'm used to that. Yeah. I did my own tour this year. Forget it.
Yeah. Did you play any shows over here?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
Oh, we played all over. Mm-hmm. Ross the Boss Band. We played. I can get it up. Mm-hmm. London. We played Manchester. We played. So many shows. I don't know. I've been on tour forever. I can't even.
Just merges into one.
I don't know.
So what sort of show have you got lined up for this tour then?
We're doing the best songs that we can play. I mean, from the era, from the day, and a new song that Richard and I wrote, and it just hits.
Yeah.
Dictator hits. Yeah, in our own world, in the Dictator world.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. So, I mean, you and Richard you are the original members of the Dictators. Yeah. Until recently, you've been using the name Dictators NYC to differentiate you from the original band.
Right.
What happened to force you to change your name to Manitoba NYC?
Well, unfortunately, in this world of business and brand names and who owns what and what owns what, the Dictators are owned mutually by 4 people, right? The 4 original guys: Scott, Andy, Richard, and me. And if they go, well, there's some belligerence there. If you guys want to go out and use the name Dictators, you got to pay us. And they said, we really don't make enough to pay you. I mean, what are we going to pay you? Well, and then they go in all sorts of stuff about what you're selling and when this and the name. I go, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. I said, people will know.
People know. Yeah.
People know who we are. And it's the same band, the same songs, the same knuckleheaded guys that are playing. It's the same spirit, and it's just unfortunately that people want money. People, if they think there's a dime to be gotten, people are going to get it. They think it's their right to get it. I personally don't think so. But I mean, if it was I wasn't the one that was playing, I would say, go out, boys, and do it.
Yeah.
Just go do it. Make yourselves happy.
But you can change the name, but you can't change the band.
No.
Yeah.
No. So I mean,
you actually appealed to your fans to help spread the word, did you? How did they respond to that?
We in Spain, we told everyone last year. We had a sign. Everybody understands. It's through luckily now through the band's reach through the internet, and all our. And my feed is from all my metal fans, and my feed is gigantic, So we're letting everybody know. Yeah. So
would this ever stop you playing with Andy again in the future? Do you think?
Yeah. No, it's the
door's closed.
It's just too. Yeah. It's too. He doesn't want to play.
Yeah, it's a shame after so long, but if he doesn't want to play, to stop you using the name.
It's 2 against 2, and I don't know. I would have never done that. I would have said, you know what? But I think it's another relationship. It's Richard and Andy. So I haven't spoken one word to Andy personally. Not one word. Not one phone call. Not one word about this whole thing. So it's kind of and Andy and I started the band way back, and I haven't heard a word. It's crazy.
It's like what Neil Schon said about Steve Perry said. It's like having this big posh Cadillac and somebody else holding the keys and won't let you drive it.
Right.
So it's a bit like that. But moving on to more happy things. It's the current band.
Okay.
Current band.
Yeah.
You've got a new single, Supply and Demand.
Supply and Demand.
Is this just a single, or is this going to be part of an album?
We released it as a single. We had it on vinyl, and we sold it. It's totally sold out. So
there's no merchandise.
Not now. You'll hear it. You'll hear it tonight. The whole, and turning over the whole merch thing with the new name.
Yes.
We had a store. I mean, a huge store of stuff, but so we sold everything out. I mean, because we knew what was going to happen. So it's kind of crazy.
So you've sold out your old stash of
a lot. We have some left.
Yeah.
We have some left.
So get it now while you can.
Get the Dictators stuff.
Get it while it becomes a collector's item.
That's right.
So how did you go about writing that song together? Because you wrote it with Jake as well, didn't you?
I wrote it with Richard. I had the music. We had the music all set.
Was Jake Manitoba?
I think he might have wrote a one word or something. I don't know.
I saw that credit creeping in there.
Yeah. But we collaborated on the song. Richard had these lyrics. We made it work. Dean produced it. Dean Rispler, our bass player, at his studio, and we had a great night. It was good.
So, do you think that could be sparking something off for a few more songs in the future?
We'd like to. We hope. We have to see.
Yeah.
We got to see.
Because there's a great cover on the B side as well. Kick Out the Jams, which is just such a natural song.
Yeah. You'll hear that tonight. It's great. People just blow their minds when listening to.
Because didn't Richard have he's made some guest appearances with the.
No, he did tours.
Yeah.
He toured MC3.
Is he still doing that at the moment?
No, I don't think they're playing it.
Yeah. So how's the fans' reaction been to the new song? And they're pretty chuffed.
They liked it.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any complaints.
So somebody we've got coming through Newcastle next week's been a big supporter of yours, little Stephen Van Zandt. So he's bringing his 15-piece soul band into Newcastle.
Yeah.
I interviewed him a few weeks ago ahead of his tour, and he's such an enthusiastic music fan.
Yes,
and he was saying about, and I said, the Dictators are coming. He said, I love the Dictators.
Yeah.
And he described you as the link between MC5 and the Stooges and the Ramones and what came after. So what sort of links Little Stephen got with you?
Well, first and foremost, the thing is, he's Manitoba's employer. He owns Little Steven's Underground Garage.
Oh, that's right. He's got the radio
and
show.
Richard's been doing a radio show for 12 years on it. So Richard works for Little Steven, and he's been so supportive of us over the years. I mean,
I don't think I've done an interview recently where I've had so many recommendations of bands to check out. I was listing them down, and that was my job afterwards to go and check them out. So I did the interview, and he gave me homework.
That's right.
But he knows his stuff.
I always enjoy listening to his show.
Yeah.
Sunday nights. Love it.
He's trying to get it onto the BBC, and he's having trouble getting them signing it up. So he's going to keep trying.
He'll do it.
So a couple of years ago, you released 40th anniversary of Go Girl Crazy. Were you involved in putting that together?
No, actually, the 40th was done by with the remixes and the extra tracks and the stuff like that. That was what's his face,
Andrew WK.
Yeah. And they did that with Andy, and I liked it. I liked the mixes.
Because there was a Backseat Boogie. It was a song that found from the vaults.
It was a demo.
Yeah. Is there any other stuff kicking around in there?
There is, but I don't think it's going to add on a record. I think our first demo was released. I think it's out there.
Do you hope to do the same with Manifest Destiny and Brothers?
No, I don't want to. I don't like that record at all. I like some of the part. I like a lot of the parts that I played. I like that some of the stuff, but I don't. Some of the songs are very good, but I think it was too overly produced,
a bit polished.
too overly produced into oblivion.
Yeah.
And, you know, the sounds are a little wacky on it, but, you know, that was Andy going nuts in the studio and Murray and Sandy saying yes. So
That's Sandy Pearlman, the
Yeah.
political guy. Yeah.
So, I mean, the result of that was Blood Brothers.
Yeah.
The next record, which was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we had 3 records that no one can understand the 3 records. I mean, they love them all, but, you know, they're different.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
That's right. So who have you got in your band?
I have Mike Lepon from Symphony X on bass, and he's a genius. He's an absolute genius. I have Mark Lopes, vocalist, and my Rhino from Manowar was playing drums. He was playing drums for a while. Now he had some health problems, so I have my nephew Lance playing drums with me, and he's amazing. He's 22. And it's unbelievable. I mean, it's incredible. And Lance is going to play on the record, and we're going to have another drummer for the tour.
Yeah.
So, like when we come back, on the 26th to New York, we're going to leave for Europe, for Germany, to go play in Geiselwein, Germany. We're going to play Christmas Bash there with Creator and Doro Pesh.
Because Germany's a really big market for the Germany, Greece, and Italy and stuff. It's really
The
big.
whole
Manowar,
here too. My whole tour was just pretty much sold out.
Yeah.
Well, my 6 records that are gold and platinum.
Yeah.
With me.
I always remember that when you did the Earthshaker thing back, I think it was back in 2005, when I had all the previous members, past and present, on stage together. Drummers.
Could have done without that. Should have been just me. But it's okay. That's just the way I am.
But still, it must have been quite impressive being in the middle of that.
Yeah.
And then when the orchestra the choir, at the end comes in, it's just...
Yeah.
Do you think it's a bit of overkill?
Yeah. We used to do all that stuff ourselves.
Yeah. But it's still nice being part of that Manowar family, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I invented it, so I mean...
Well, that's right, yeah. But, I mean, they're coming up to do some farewell or farewell to it, so it's hard to see how they can possibly top that.
They can't.
So are you going to pop along for a few shows?
I don't think so.
No?
No. It's another bass player I don't get along with.
Why is it always bass players?
Maniac. I don't know.
I mean, looking back at that that time you had in Manowar, you said you did those first 6 albums. It was very different to the Dictators. Dictators was
100. Just a 90-degree turnaround.
I always thought, especially when the first couple of albums, I always thought that Joey and Eric were more into that battle side of things than say you were.
Actually, it was me, because I was just such a history kind of maniac.
Yeah.
And then my Richard Wagner and all that, my influences from all that, and Vikings and Asgard and all that, Norse mythology.
So you enjoy bringing that side of things?
Yeah.
Because obviously the Dictators is very much
Totally
street funk, isn't it?
Yeah, but
it's good fun though, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
people go, how did you go from that to that? I mean, how did you do it? I go, well, we wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
We didn't want to be like Judas Priest or Iron Maiden. Those great bands though. We wanted to be different. We wanted to stand out.
And then Mark Mendoza, obviously another bass player.
Yeah.
He went from that to Twisted Sister,
so
right? Totally the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So
the Dictators, pushed out some insanity.
It did indeed. So what was it like working with Bill Aucoin in those early days?
Bill Aucoin, well, he had his way of doing things. Take everything from the record company, take all the money from the record company and spend it on insanity. Everything's like Kiss. Everything had to be like bigger, louder, more. But it didn't really. I mean, I would say he did great with Billy Idol.
Yeah.
And so I would say he was a great guy, Bill Aucoin. But he just didn't work with us.
Yeah. Well, but Orson Welles getting Orson Welles in for your first record's quite impressive for a new band, really. So how on earth did you manage that? Did you just...
We called him.
Yeah.
The record company called him. Bob Curry, my friend from EMI that signed us, called his management. I said, you don't know until you ask people,
When you did the Into Glory Ride album, I always remember the the contract signing where you signed in blood. First of all, did you really
I did it. We did it.
And did it?
We did it.
And whose idea was that? Did you think they were insane?
Probably my idea.
Was it? See, all these years I've been playing Joey DeMaio.
Well, it took two minds. It took two to tangle in that band.
Yeah.
We were coming up, but we were angry over EMI, and we were just so bitter, and we just had so much hate-filled. We just wanted to, It really formed the band. It really, So we're gonna. This next record is going to be the most hateful, flipping, heavy thing we can. It's a glory ride.
There's a song on there called "Hatred." So it's sort of something really, isn't it?
That sums it up.
How much more hate can you get? The answer is none. None more hate.
With heart-filled hatred, black blood flows through my veins.
That's for you, EMI.
No, but so it was we got to do something. Because we were off a major label. It says we got to do something that's going to get some publicity. That will get publicity. That story will get publicity. And it was before the internet. So. The word got around that these guys are fucking crazy.
So you had that one, and before that you had the rumoured fight with Twisted Sister, didn't you?
That was ridiculous. I don't know how that started. I don't know, man. I said, my friends. I love those guys.
Got you a lot of coverage though.
It got us a lot of coverage. That's what both bands got a lot of coverage on both bands. De-challenging us to a fight. A fight? It was probably something Joey said because he was good. He was good at starting fights.
So, what's the status with Ross the Boston, the actual band?
Okay. So, I mean, the greatest things are happening right now. Dean Rispler is the producer of the new record. So when I come back when we come back from Germany on the 3rd, from the Christmas bash, on the 4th, we're in the studio to record the new record.
Yeah. And then can we expect to see you come back to the Europe and the UK?
My tour is going to be bigger than the last one.
Yeah.
Because we're already going to go. We have Australia, we have Japan, we have a Vakken boat cruise, full metal cruise. And then it's going to start for real upon the release of the record. And hopefully, if I'm thinking what I'm thinking about it, because we've set up the record with so many bands we played to. I mean, we played Vakken, we played. I think it's going to be. I'd be surprised if it's not a mild hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been wrong about things a lot.
This time though.
But I think we're set up and we're really in a good place.
Yeah.
For success.
Yeah. So it's 2018 is going to be a busy time for us.
Even busier than 2017 was, because 2017 was very, very busy and satisfying and hard work and.
That's always a good sign, though.
It pays off. It does.
It does.
It does. And I told Vakken Television, and she goes, "So 30 records? You've done 30 records? How do you do 30 records?" I said, "You know what? You wake up every day. And you don't take days off. I don't take any days off. I work 7 days a week. I don't take vacations. There's no vacations. There's nothing. There's just hard. There's work every day. And some people, you should chill out after a while. But you know what? You don't get to do that.
No, that's a lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? That's 90,000 people. Yeah. And I got my award from the Hall of Heavy Metal History, Global Metal Ambassador. You see my banner, right? My banner's gigantic. Yeah. It looks like tiny. But a lot of people are lazy, and people don't. I said, don't complain to me if you're lazy, and you see what I'm doing, and then complain about it. I said, it's hard enough when you work hard, especially in the music business. I said, you got to work harder. You dedicate yourself to something, you better work hard at it. And if you want to succeed, you have to accept failure. And that's the first thing I tell people.
Well, Ross, it's been an absolute pleasure again. Best of luck with the show tonight. And
good way to end it.
Yeah. And then look forward to see you again next year with Ross the Boss Band.
Coming through.
Brilliant.
You just listened to a Metal Express Radio exclusive interview. Head on over to metalexpressradio.com for our latest rock and metal interviews. And while you're there, check out our web radio, read our reviews, and rock and metal news.